Hello, welcome to OffCampus Edge. I am Somnath. Today, I am going to discuss about hormone-mediated coordination in human. So, coordination between different parts of our body occurs by two methods. One is hormone-mediated method, and another one is nerve-mediated method. In hormone-mediated method, chemical messengers such as hormones are used to send message from one cell to another cell. And in nerve mediated method, electrical impulses or electrical impulse is used to send message from one cell to another cell. We will study this part in central nervous system, and today we will discuss about hormone mediated coordination in the human body. Hormones are basically biochemical messengers. These are biomolecules and these are used to send message from one cell to another cell in our body. Hormones are secreted by various glands which are usually devoid of duct, and these hormones, after they are produced, directly secreted into the bloodstream of our body, and blood, which is a part of circulatory system of our body, carries them to distant organs to their target sites or target tissues, and at the target site they perform their specific function. So let's see, this is a secreting cell. That means this cell is producing some hormones. These green beads are hormones, and these hormones through a bloodstream gets transported to all over our body and acts upon a distant target cell. So hormones are chemical messengers and they are biochemical reaction regulators. We have already learnt about catalyst in chemistry. Catalyst can increase or they can decrease the pace of a chemical reaction. Similarly, hormones can increase or decrease the pace of a biochemical reaction in a living body. Hormones can promote growth and development. Hormones can regulate blood pressure in a living cell or in a living body, and hormone can maintain or can regulate blood sugar levels in human body. It can increase blood sugar level or it can decrease blood sugar level. It can increase blood pressure or it can decrease blood pressure. Hormones maintain BMR rate in a living body, and hormones help to combat external stress. Now, BMR or basal metabolic rate is the minimum amount of energy required by a living cell when it is at rest. Whenever a living body is resting, it still needs some amount of energy to perform its cellular functions or its other biological functions, such as it needs to beat its heart to pump blood throughout its system. It needs to breathe, to exhale or inhale. So to perform these functions, that particular body, living body, needs some energy. So that minimum amount of energy is called basal metabolic rate. Hormones are biochemical molecules. They are made up of proteins Sometimes they are made up of steroids. Steroids are altered fatty acids or modified fatty acids. And we know that proteins are made up of amino acids. So hormone can be made up of proteins as well as they can be made up of steroids. Hormones are produced in minute quantities and they get destroyed after their completion of work. Hormones act on specific target cells. Each and every hormone act on a specific target cell to perform or to exert a specific function. Each and every hormone can perform only a specific function. That is why it acts on a specific target cell and it is controlled by feedback inhibition. These are different organ systems of our body, namely nervous system, respiratory system, circulatory system, digestive system, muscular system, excretory system, immune system, endocrine system. All of these systems are very much important to our body. We are talking about endocrine system in this session. Endocrine system produces chemical messengers, or we can say them as, or we can say they are hormones. These hormones communicate between cells, or we can say they can communicate, or tissues produce hormones to communicate between themselves. So some tissues can send message to excretory system, some tissues can send message to circulatory system. So these messages are conveyed by hormones. So they are chemical messengers. So this endocrine system is basically comprised of many endocrine glands. These endocrine glands produce and secrete different hormones. And these hormones are produced by ductless endocrine glands. Endocrine glands are always ductless, they are devoid of ducts. These hormones are produced by a gland and they are directly get into a bloodstream and they get transported to a target site, and it will act upon a specific target site or a specific target cell. Look, there is a receptor in which this hormone binds. So this hormone will act on this specific cell, not in this cell. That is why hormones are specific to specific cells and they can exert a specific function. Endocrine system is composed of many glands, namely pineal gland, hypothalamus gland, pituitary gland, thyroid gland, thymus gland, pancreas gland, adrenal gland, and many more. Out of which pituitary gland is most important. All of them are important, but pituitary gland is the most important gland of our body because it regulates all other glands of our body. It regulates all other glands of our body. Its secretion regulates pancreas, adrenal, thymus, hypothalamus, pineal, adrenal, everything. That is why pituitary gland is called master gland of our body. Let's see, for example, pituitary gland produces TSH or thyroid stimulating hormone. and adrenocorticotropic hormone or ACTH. From the name we can say TSH or thyroid stimulating hormone, after secretion from pituitary gland, it goes into the blood and flows to thyroid gland, and it stimulates thyroid gland. The name suggests it stimulates thyroid gland, thyroid stimulating hormone, so it will stimulate thyroid gland, and after stimulation the thyroid gland will produce T3 and T4 thyroxine hormone. Similarly, ACTH or adrenocorticotropic hormone will go to adrenaline gland, which is located onto both of our kidneys. So this ACTH or adrenocorticotropic hormone stimulates adrenal gland to produce adrenaline hormone. Similarly, pituitary gland produces vasopressin, prolactin, oxytocin, and several other hormones in our body. There is a hormone called GH or growth hormone, which induces or which promotes growth and development of our body. There are some other hormones in our body, such as pancreas produces insulin, which regulates blood sugar level. Insulin decreases blood sugar level, and glucagon increases blood sugar level. Insulin decreases blood sugar level, glucagon increases blood sugar level. This is our human brain, and this is pituitary gland. This is very small. This is the anterior side of the pituitary gland, and this is the posterior side of the pituitary gland. This posterior pituitary gland produces oxytocin and vasopressin hormone. This vasopressin hormone is also called antidiuretic hormone or ADH hormone. It promotes reabsorption of water from urine. The anterior pituitary gland produces several hormones such as TSH, ACTH, LH or luteinizing hormone, and FSH or follicle stimulating hormone. There is growth hormone too. That luteinizing hormone produces testosterone from testes, or it promotes testosterone hormone production from testes, or it induces testes to promote testosterone. And follicle stimulating hormone induces ovaries to promote estrogen and progesterone. So these hormones are produced in females, and this hormone is produced in male body. Testosterone is responsible for male character development, and estrogen and progesterone is responsible for female character development in human body. Now, these are the functions of our different endocrine glands. Hypothalamus regulates hunger, thirst, sleep, and it regulates body temperature of our body. Pituitary gland is the master gland of our body. It controls all other endocrine glands. It influences growth, it influences metabolism and regeneration of our body. And hypothalamus gland acts as on-off switch to this pituitary gland. Thyroid gland secretion, that is thyroxine, regulates our body's metabolism levels. Similarly, adrenal gland secretion that is adrenaline hormone, is a emergency hormone. We can say that it's a emergency hormone. Pancreas produces insulin and glucagon. I've said it earlier, insulin lowers blood sugar level and glucagon increases blood sugar level. Parathyroid hormone or parathyroid gland, its secretion promotes calcium absorption in our body. Similarly, in ovaries and in testes, this gland secretion promotes female characters in female body, and testes secretion promotes male characters in a male body. So that's it. Thank you for watching.